Tank Johnson was born Terry Johnson, December 7, 1981 in Gary, Indiana. He moved with his dad to Arizona at age 6, and he later attended McClintock High School and was a three-sport star in football, basketball, and volleyball of all sports. He earned a scholarship to play football at the University of Washington. He was originally a tight end for the Huskies, but he became their premier defensive lineman with 35 tackles and a team-leading 10 sacks in his freshman year. He was second team All-Pac-12 in 2003, and he finished his college career with 23 starts, 64 tackles, and 15 sacks. This led to the Chicago Bears drafting him in the second round, the 47th pick in the 2004 NFL Draft. As a rookie, he appeared in 16 games with one start, making 26 tackles and a half sack. In 2006, he saw a lot of action due to the loss of Tommy Harris when he started 10 games and the team reached the Super Bowl for the first time since 1985. That season, he posted 38 tackles and 3.5 sacks and one forced fumble. But with all that success came turmoil that he would never ever imagine would shake up his life and jeopardize his career. As an NFL player, he had a knack for carrying guns and getting caught up. He loved the nightlife. In 2005, Tank Johnson was arrested at the Excalibur nightclub for possession of a handgun. He got 18 months probation and had to do 40 hours of community service. 6 months later, while still on probation, he was charged with assault and resisting arrest after verbally threatening a police officer, allegedly. Because the cop was ticketing his limousine, he got into a confrontation and it turned into a struggle. He was maced, and with the help of other police officers, he was subdued and the charges were eventually dropped. On top of all that, on December 14th, Lake County police officers searched Johnson's home in Gurnee, Illinois, and allegedly discovered he possessed 6 firearms, including 2 assault rifles. And the worst part, there were children inside the house, and the guns were loaded. During the search, his bodyguard, William Posey, was arrested in his house for marijuana possession. Tank Johnson was charged with violation of probation and possessing an unlicensed weapon. He was deactivated from the team immediately, and if matters couldn't get worse, his best friend and bodyguard, Willie Bernard Posey, was killed in a shooting at the Ice Bar in Chicago's River North neighborhood. His assailant was apprehended and he got 55 years in prison. That's a lot of stress for one man, and I don't know how Tank Johnson survived. While on home confinement, some local youths left a toilet seat with a harassing message on his doorstep. On April 30th, Johnson pled guilty to a misdemeanor weapons charge, and he also served 45 days in jail. Teammates like Brian Urlacher, Rex Grossman, and Coach Lovie Smith visited Johnson in jail. He was released on May 13, 2007, and the league ultimately suspended Johnson for half of the regular season. On January 23, 2007, exactly 2 days after the Bears won the NFC Championship game, Tank Johnson was forced to appear in court to request permission to leave the state of Illinois to travel to Miami, Florida to play in Super Bowl 41. The request was granted, and he played in the game, recording 4 tackles and assisting on another and getting a half sack. Johnson met with the NFL commissioner in May, and Roger Goodell determined his punishment for his off-the-field transgressions. He got an 8-game suspension that he would serve the next season, but he didn't even get to next season before on June 25th, 3 days after being pulled over for speeding and suspicion of drunk driving by the police in Gilbert, Arizona, the Bears waived Johnson, although there were no criminal charges. In a bold move, on September 18, 2007, Jerry Jones, the owner of the Dallas Cowboys, took a chance and signed Tank Johnson as a free agent. The NFL received all types of feedback and fan letters disgruntled with this move. He served his time and served the 8-game suspension, and on November 11th, he returned to the field against the New York Giants, making 3 solo tackles and 1 sack. He eventually finished his career with the Cincinnati Bengals. After retiring from football, Tank Johnson went back to college and attended Mesa Community College in Arizona to complete the requirements for a degree in sociology from the University of Washington. He also created a counseling program called Moving the Chains, which helps ex-offenders learn from their mistakes and avoid negative influences and people in their life. When Johnson commented on his legal problems, he stated, "Hey, I got into a ton of trouble, but I wasn't a bad guy. I had myself in too many uncontrolled environments. And like I tell the youth, who you hang around with can get you in trouble for life." Now a married father of 2, Tank Johnson has told his story in past years at the NFL Rookie Symposium. Tank Johnson turned his troubled past into a redemption story. What we all learn is that there's always a chance to redeem yourself in life, and that everyone deserves a second chance. As a black man in society, we don't get too many chances. Salute to Tank Johnson for being an example of what to do when everybody doubts your potential and success. Thanks for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. Peace and blessings, and I'm out.